life to the fullest. Our next guest is an online radio host, writer, and blogger who is fulfilling her calling to help others live the life they've always wanted to live. Cloris Kylie Stock is also a life coach and lecturer who achieved the highest Toastmasters awards in communication and leadership. Nice to have you here.
It's a pleasure.
So the name of the show is Magnificent Time. Tell me how this all got started.
But it all got started in a very kind of funny way, and that's why I tell people when something doesn't happen that you expect, then just welcome it and see what happens. Because I originally wanted to have a video interview with this person who I thought was really inspirational for my blog. And I did the video. It seemed to be perfect. I got home and I played it, and the audio was absolutely horrible.
Oh no, so you couldn't even use it.
So yeah, so what do I do? So I was browsing through the internet, and I came across Blog Talk Radio. And it's all history from there. It has grown. I've had all kinds of guests from all over the world, from all over the U.S. It's just amazing.
Wow, and it's fairly new. You started in June, right?
It's fairly new, but it's growing really fast, and I'm having just these amazing authors coming up. So it's coming together.
And what made you kind of want to talk about your spiritual journey, I would say?
Well, I would say, just like everyone else, I've had things happen in my life that I wasn't expecting, things that were not easy. And I always think of Dr. Wayne Dyer. He says that when he was in high school, he was in the track team, and he was the high jumper. So he said, for me to be able to jump that high, I had to get really low. And that's what happens to us. If we really want to have a fast spiritual growth, sometimes we have to have a big fall. And that's what happened to me. I had a really hard time in my life. But instead of saying, okay, poor me, what do I do? Then I just and I used that to propel myself forward and to do something beautiful out of it.
And so that's kind of the inspiration behind it all, would you say?
That's the inspiration, yeah.
So you've had quite a variety of guests on your show. Let's talk about some of the standout ones. What would you say?
I would say I love having Pam Grout on the show. I don't know if you have read
I don't.
her
Tell
book.
us who Pam Grout is.
Pam Grout, she wrote this book called E Squared.
Okay.
And it's a book about making your desires come through by using what she calls the field of potentiality, which is all the energy of the universe that you can gather and muster to really make your wishes and desires come true. And she's a really funny writer, so I definitely recommend her book.
Okay.
Bestseller for weeks now. And I've had other authors. I had people from Australia, Helen Bailey. I had a woman from Tasmania a couple of days ago. And yeah, she wrote a children's book. I've had a man who, he used to be a lawyer for years, very successful lawyer. And then he went to Nepal. And when he went there, he had this transformation, this spiritual awakening. He quit his career as a lawyer. And now he has a non-for-profit organization. He's helping a village in Nepal.
Oh, wow.
And I've had somebody else who calls himself a jollytologist.
What's a jollytologist? That's Alan Klein. Who's that?
Yeah, Alan Klein is another author. And his wife had a really hard time. She was pretty much waiting to die at the hospital. And he said the only way they could get through that time was by laughing. So he became this advocate for laughing and just having a good time.
I get it, a jollytologist.
A jollytologist. So everywhere he goes, he wears a clown nose and he makes you laugh.
That's great. And where do you find your guests?
Well, the guests have come to me through what I call synchronicity.
Okay.
So sometimes my first guest was this person I knew, and then I just thought of other people I knew. And then somehow I came across these people, either through a conference or through an email that came through me, and I contacted them, people who inspire me. So I reached out to them and they said yes.
Great.
So it's just about, I think life is just like, you have like seeds that you plant. Some of them grow, and these are my guests. Some of them just nothing happens. But I know that the people who come to my show are the people who are meant to be there.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So where can we hear your show and watch it? Or listen to it, rather?
It's online. So if you go to blog.radio/magnificent, you will find the show.
Blog Talk Radio.
Blog Talk Radio/magnificent.
Very good. We'll find it there, Kylie. Thank you so much for sharing your story with us. And congratulations on your success.
Thank you for having me.
All right. All the info will be on WTNH.com. Just click on Style and stay with us. More Connecticut Style after the break. We'll be right back.